Yeah. Hey, Eric, how are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Good, thank you. You're one of the four guys on this team who's played in an NCAA tournament game before. I know this is a little bit of a different tournament, but you and your fellow juniors, how can you, I guess, apply that experience now for your team?
I think the biggest thing to apply is just knowing how important it is. Um, each possession, each game, whatever it may be, especially the preparation leading up to it. You get a little bit more time to get to know the team you're playing or the different players and stuff like that. So I think just preparation and knowing the importance of it.
We'll go Mike and then Reese.
Yeah, Eric, just you didn't make the all defensive team on the Big Ten. Just how did you react to that?
Um, I didn't. I don't think I had like a huge reaction or anything. For me, I just think it doesn't really change much. I think the level of intensity on defense is the same. Maybe it goes up some more. But I didn't really have a reaction. Of course, you want to be on that, especially given the effort that I have given this year on the defense end. But it is what it is.
Reese, Kevin, and then Howard, please.
Hey, Eric, can you speak to life in the bubble and how you're staying occupied?
Say that again.
Can you speak to life in the bubble?
It's a lot of downtime, a lot of being. If you're not a person who likes to be by yourself, it probably is really hard. But I like to be by myself a lot. So just doing small stuff like homework, watching film, playing a game, whatever it may be, just to kind of let the time pass by.
Kevin, go ahead.
Eric, what does this tournament mean to you, being from Indianapolis, and what's it like for a lot of the Indianapolis high school guys that maybe are in this tournament? Different guys like Aaron Henry. Do you guys trash talk at all? Talk a little bit, or what's that relationship like with all those guys?
No, I talked to Aaron last night, and we were just talking about how we both want to win here at home. It kind of means a little bit more, especially if you make it to the Final Four and while you're at home and here in Indianapolis. But I think it's just a little bit more important, to the guys from Indiana in general, not just Indianapolis, but to have success in the tournament.
We'll go Howard and then Daniel Rodriguez.
Hi, thanks for doing this. Just want to ask you about what your memories are from childhood, maybe growing up or through high school, watching the NCAA tournament. Is there a particular game or team that sticks out in your mind? And also just specifically whether you remember watching the One Shining Moment videos that they play after the championship game.
I think one team I used to watch. They made the Final Four with Kentucky. I forgot exactly what year it was, but I was really impressed by their run, especially with them being such a young team at the time, and being so good and beating a lot of teams that had already been to the tournament in the previous years. So that's probably the team I watched the most growing up.
And that video, the one that the montage where they show a couple minutes of highlights with that song playing in the background. Are you familiar with what I'm talking about? And do you remember?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Do you like watching that? Is that?
Yeah, I do, especially after freshman year, where we played in a couple big games. The Tennessee game, the Virginia game, but you kind of some of those moments will be in that video, and it's kind of cool to see yourself in that after watching it for so many years.
Did you go looking for yourself?
Oh yeah, sure, I definitely did. Paused it, screenshot it, different time.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Howard. Daniel, go ahead.
Hey, I wanted to ask, how was on Selection Sunday the reaction from the team getting matched up with North Texas, who has been one of the hottest teams in the country? in the country and have a player of the year in Javion Hamlin. Have you studied his game and what you're looking forward to playing against the Mean Green?
I mean, I think Selection Sunday was pretty fun. We did the whole, eat-in and that whole deal while watching the selection show. But I think our guys were excited, especially to, see our draw, see we got a 4 seed. And, as far as Javion Hamlin goes, I have watched a nice amount of film on him so far, considering that'll be my back. But, yeah, he's a good player, super crafty, scored first, but is also a really good playmaker. So, kind of trying to bottle up a little bit of everything will be important.
Thank you.
All right, Brian, do you have another one? Your hand's still up.
Hey, Eric. They're pretty good defensively. From what you've seen on film, what makes them pretty effective at that end of the floor? North Texas, obviously.
We haven't yet watched too much on how they play defense yet. I think that's what we're getting into today. So I don't have much for that one.
Okay.
We'll go Mike and then Ross, and that'll be it for Eric.
How important would it be to get your not you personally, but just the team's 3-point shooting situation going in the tournament now?
I mean, I think it'll be. I guess it's important. I mean, we've shown we can win without doing that, without shooting the ball that well from 3. But of course, you always want to get the 3 ball going because it opens up a lot of stuff, opens up drives and post ups for Trey and stuff like that.
Ross, last one for Eric, please.
Eric, feeding off that, how big of an advantage is it for you guys to have played your last game at Lucas Oil and playing again there on Friday?
I think it's a pretty good advantage. We kind of got adjusted to the depth in the second half of that game, the depth possession of the court and shooting and stuff like that. So I think it'll play in our favor early on, but teams adjust just like how we adjusted in the second half of the Ohio State game.